Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Alex Harshman with Wholesale to Freedom. For those who don't know what this channel is all about, it's about me and my journey and helping you guys wholesale houses both virtually and locally, as well as following along with me and all the experiences, the problems, the solutions that I'm coming up with, kind of how you can apply those to your business, and even some of the life aspects, mental things, and entrepreneurial things that are going on. So without further ado, if you find value out of this video, please give us a thumbs up as it does help. Also, be sure to subscribe down below. Click that notification bell. That way you get notified of all my future videos. So, wholesale update. Let's go right into it. Last time we talked, I had a VA that was kind of giving me a hard time as far as her communication skills and her accountability. She just, her internet has been suffering because of everything that's going on apparently, and the weather in the Philippines is very, very bad. So, I got to kind of take what they say with a grain of salt. I actually researched into what she was saying. She even sent me her GPS location, which was funny, and I found out that she was telling the truth. Her internet company was actually kind of falling through for her. She's in the process of getting a new apartment, so I'm like kind of working with her because she is very good on the phone. In the meantime, I've actually been training a new VA. I had interviewed a couple of them, and I started training a new VA, and it just led me to think of a couple things that from when I first started that I've learned and I want to share with you guys. And maybe I'll make a separate video on it, but VA are amazing tools to have, and you got to remember at the end of the day, they're people too. You cannot hire a VA to replace you in something that you're terrible at, right? Without giving them proper training. If you suck on the phone and you train that VA, chances are they're gonna suck on the phone too. You got to get out of the mental space of hiring a VA is just gonna eliminate your problems. No, it's not. They can actually amplify your problems if you don't properly train them. But anyways, I've been diving deep with this VA. She's very motivated. She's got a high energy level. She had no prior experience in real estate, so I'm going completely from the ground up and building her up to be a cold calling beast. We're on day number 2 of training her, and man, she is good, and she had no prior experience, right? And I think that has a lot to do with how I train her, but at the same time, her being a great student. And so some of y'all out there just need to be better students in your life, meaning that, you don't have everything figured out, right? So you need to constantly be learning how to grow and how to better yourself and how to better those around you so that you can grow and don't stay stagnant. As far as it pertains to my wholesaling update, I found that I'm a lot more patient with this VA. I found that I'm breaking the training phases into steps instead of just throwing it all at her in one day and saying, here, go cold call 20 people and just throwing her to the wolves. I've been really taking my time with her, building her up both in confidence level and on the phone through the script that I have. And that's another thing. Big plans in the works to have a website up here soon where I'll give you guys some free content, as far as maybe like I'll have like a purchase and sale agreement that I'll give out to you guys for free. Just throw your email in there and I'll give it to you. I might even be selling my script that allows me to train my VAs that I use all the time. I use this script verbatim, take down deals all the time, and I might be offering that, for y'all if you want it. Because I strongly believe that the biggest and most important aspect of this business is being able to talk to sellers, and you have to master it in this business if you want to be able to scale up. Because as far as I know, nobody that's doing really well is shitty on talking with the sellers and making deals, right? They're pretty darn good at what they do, and that they train others to do the same that they do, or try to be as good as they are and taking down deals. And so all that comes from having a good system, processes in place, and asking the right questions, so that way you can get the information that you need, take those deals down, and make the offers that you need to make. A lot of times we make calls to these sellers, cold calls even, and we have no idea what to say, and by the end of the phone call we've gained no information that's actually relevant to what we need. Either the seller doesn't give us the information we need, or the seller tells us too much information that's not relevant to what we need. And that's where it takes having a good solid foundation and at least a system or script to handle those objections and to handle the phone call and take control. Because if you don't take control, that seller will take you and they'll drag you through the mud. It's going to be an uncomfortable, unpleasant experience, and you're never going to want to pick up the phone again. So I'm going to be offering that very soon. That way you guys can have the confidence in yourself, confidence in your script, and just confidence on the phone in general. So a lot of big news in the works here. So I was very excited to get on here and tell you guys about that, because I have had a lot of requests. I think it'll be beneficial for everybody. I've been really diving deep into my KPIs, my key performance indicators. If you haven't checked out the video, go ahead and check that out, or talk about those. I'm trying to figure out what's bringing the most money, what would be the most beneficial in the long run as far as consistency, as well as the spread in the deals as far as return. My goal is to freaking 10x this thing during the coronavirus, so that way after the coronavirus, man, I can 100x this thing, because this year I've taken a beating. Whereas some people have done really well and some people have not. I've been one of those people who have taken a beating because of the coronavirus, even in this industry. And I don't think that's anything that I did. I think it's just a byproduct of what's happened, just rolling with the punches. So I'm doing everything I can right now to deal with that. You're gonna have that in your business, right? You have to handle these problems as they come around. Don't be afraid to admit, like, hey, you know, I made some mistakes, or hey, you know, I wasn't prepared for this, or hey, you know, there's nothing I can do about the external influences. I can only control what's internal in my business and myself. And sometimes you have to remind yourself of that. I mean, even I kind of beat myself up. I'm like, man, I could have had this much profit if it wasn't for the coronavirus. Well, I shouldn't be thinking about that. I should be thinking like, wow, I am still able to operate during the coronavirus, and I'm still able to get deals, make things happen. It's been a really big mental progress check for me during this whole pandemic, because I got to constantly remind myself, uplift myself, because I mean, these are trying times, and that's why only the strong survive, and tough times don't last and tough people do, as I always say. You know, that's pretty much it for me. You know, that's the past couple weeks, is just dealing with my VA, handling the leads from her not being accountable, kind of doing a lot of the stuff hands-on myself, and also training a new VA to be a cold calling killer and getting her trained up and spun up on the tools and things, everything she needs. Future, my plans are to get this website up and running, put out more videos for you all, to get more deals, to hit my goals for the end of this year, which is to double the amount of deals that I did last year, which I've already done. And to hit $300,000 in revenue, which I'm still in the progress of trying to achieve. Nonetheless, the year is still a lot of fruit left in the year. Keep following along with me in my journey. If you have any questions or anything you want to see me talk about, please let me know. I love discussing, you know, topics on these videos for you all, so you can learn and better help you. Any suggestions you have, please put them in the comments below. I do appreciate you watching. As always, be sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you found value out of this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.